Even better than I was the last time, baby. Ooh, 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 ooh.
We back.
I'm good. Ooh, yeah. I'm good. Better than I was the last time, baby. Ooh, 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 ooh.
We back, and 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 we back.
Better than I was the last time.
Raps just made me anxious, and that shit made me crazy. Yeah.
Yes, that was my reaction to a narrow 1-point victory over Mace. Now I'm going to do a rendition of Mace's reaction to losing by 1 point. Man, I love Zelda. Ugh. I lost. And that's why you don't draft a defense early in the draft. Well, folks, let's not stay in the past too long. But aren't you a history major? But what does that have to do with construction? Now, on to my picks.
First up, we got a match between Doig and myself. A battle of the foreign ones. Well, at the time of this recording, Grant already kind of went off. T.Y. Hilton, 37 points, so I'm already in the hole before Sunday. That sucks. And I also don't have Breeze this week. The Bacardi Breezes could be taking a hit. Oh yeah, hit that name. That's the dumbest name ever. Screw you. Well, I still think I'll pull it off, like I have in the past. Shmee's going down. He had a nice run. Off to a little bit of a hot streak, but Shmee, the good times end here. The buck stops here, Shmee. Gone with the wind and beezy. And I think that this game's going to come down to the wire. I really do. Projections are, I think, in the 130s, 140 range. But I got to go with my gut. I got to go. Not my flesh and blood. Got to go with my flesh and blood. The Harper. Sorry, when? I just see Phillip Rivers riding that arm. That MVP caliber season. Now I'd like to come to a matchup that seems a little incestuous. The Commissioner's Curse versus Team Money Manziel. They just made arguably the biggest trade in fantasy football Justice League history. And ironically, they are now playing each other this week. Strange, but things had to be done for the Commissioner's team. 0-4, it was downright disgusting. Hard to check the scoreboard when you see the Commissioner doing so poorly. I know he thinks about it daily. He, as he's fixing the servers across the world, he just cannot get out the back of his mind. He has not won a game. Are you kidding me? Sleuth, come on. 0-5? Like Blake, I think that it's time, Sleuth. You're due. You're due for a win. Let's get that win, Sleuth. Prove me right. This brings us to the matchup between Von Miller High Life, aka Josh Dewey, and Eddie Bauer. Uh-oh! I just think that...
So what I'm about to do is a little outside the box.
Alright, and now we are going to play a quick game of Fact or Fiction. Please welcome my panel, Christian Harper, and special guest, Cameron Day.
How do? Thank you very much. Thank you. A pleasure having you, Cameron.
Good to see you.
Thanks, buddy.
Alright guys, let's get started. So my first topic, fact or fiction, the Jaguars will get their first win this week before Eric gets his first win.
Fact. I'm sorry, Sleuth, but the Jaguars have the talent. I think they're going to beat the Titans tomorrow.
Gosh, that's total fiction. Sleuth's gonna beat Derek this week. He's gonna have his first win of the season. Derek, awful move trading your best player, Peyton Manning, to Sleuth. You're playing him this week. What an Arizona move, man. Get that kid out of
What
here.
do they teach at GCU?
Jeez, I almost said that name.
Alright, so next topic. Christian will repeat as fantasy football champion this season.
Fact. I don't even explain it. Fact.
Fiction. I'm sorry. Too many good managers this year. Medina, Blake, I'm looking at you. You have been the backbone of this league the past few years.
Except look at Medina's record right now. Sub 500.
Take this rookie off the top of the charts.
Next question. Fact or fiction? This time next year, Grant will have a girlfriend.
I'm going fact. I saw him mingling at the wedding. He has the moves.
Grant, I gotta say fact as well. I mean, you've really stepped up your game in terms of talking to girls this year. So, I mean, a girlfriend's not that far. It's not that further of a step. I believe in the kid.
I believe.
I believe that Grant will date. I believe that Grant will date.
And the last question of the segment. Out of all of the league members still living at home with their parents, Derek, Cody, Ryan, Eric, and Blake, Derek, the youngest, will be the last to move out.
Fiction! Cody!
Alright, and that concludes our game of fact or fiction.
Hey, thank you, Cameron. It's always a pleasure.
Thanks for having me. Thank you, Emily.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you as well.
We're out.
I think that worked.
Good take.
That was pretty good.
Good take.
That was pretty good. Pretty good.